What's up, everybody? Cigar Sherpa, Laird, Mayhew back with another cigar review, and today I've got Nicaraguan Overrun Bundle Cigar from JR. Stay tuned.
I can smoke stogies in my house, first of all, because her father introduced me to stogies, and second of all, because I'm a stud. I'm ballsy. I don't take no shit from anyone. I smoke my stogie anywhere I want. I don't have to find a hideout place like you.
All right. Welcome back to another installment here at Cigar Sherpa. I, of course, am your host, Laird Mayhew, and if this is your first time here, hit the subscribe button, like us, follow us, share us, tell your friends, tell your mama, tell everybody. If this ain't your first time here, welcome back. As always, good to see you. We are now at like 102. I've been very happy about that. Again, I know a lot of people are like, oh, that's nothing. It's YouTube. You should have millions, but whatever. I like my intro said. Today I'm going to be doing a bundle stick, a budget stick, okay? It's $46. I paid for a pack of 20. These are the Nicaraguan Overruns from JR's. You can get them on their catalog or their website or in store when you can find them. They sell out pretty quick. So this comes by recommendation of the fine folks up in Selma, North Carolina, JR's, the humidor up there. They recommended them to me. They're Nicaraguan Overruns. All they tell you is that they come out of a major factory in Nicaragua. You just got to take a guess on that. And knowing JR's and having the relationship that I've had with them as a customer and a fan of their products for 22 years, it's either going to be Perdomo or AJ Fernandez. So after smoking these cigars, I'm thinking probably more like AJ Fernandez. But like again, we don't know. They don't tell us. And it's anyone's guess. You just got to be happy that you're paying, $2 and something cents a cigar. Now, it's a Nicaraguan Overrun. What does that mean? Well, marketing-wise, what they tell you is that they sat down and said, okay, we're going to make a XYZ cigar. We need to make 100,000 sticks for upcoming launch. And they only sold 80 of them, or they needed 100,000, but they go ahead and they make 120,000 in case there's any, they have backup and they don't pull from that. So these are the overruns. Okay, I don't tend to believe that. I think it's just marketing shtick. Just like when they say that the mistakes are, I'm the guy and my job in the factory is to bundle these cigars in the same color order. So I'm getting them and I'm making sure they look pretty in the box and they're presentable. And then I look down and this one's a little bit, got a green spot. Oh, it's not pretty. There's a little blemish in the wrapper right there. So that's not going to make it. I'm going to stick it over here because I get boxes of cigars all the time and there's always one or two of those cigars in there. So what I think is this cigar is made to be a budget stick, and I think it is just made from the tobacco that is left over. Like they ordered so much broadleaf from here, or they ordered so much Criollo wrapper, or they harvested so much, and this was the top primings that they sold off and they put in their brands, and this is more like the B or C level. Same flavor. I don't know how to grade tobacco. I'm just giving you my guess. Okay, and then every cigar factory, you don't just show up, fill out an application, and get a job in a cigar factory and start rolling these bad boys. You got to learn how to do it. Okay, so there's phases. So the cigar school, I guess you would call it, where the rollers learn their craft before they can move up to the the premium lines. I think they're rolling these, but I'm gonna tell you right now, this is a very well constructed cigar. It's a Nicaraguan Puro. That's all I know. Nicaraguan wrapper, Nicaraguan binder, Nicaraguan fillers. But the wrapper it's damn near seamless. I'm gonna rotate that for you so you can see it. It's very tight, visible seams. We'll give them that, okay? And there might be a color variation from here to there. So it could play on the theory that maybe it just wasn't box worthy. It's about a 54 ring gauge by 5.5 inches. Again, it didn't even say it. I just grabbed a bundle off the shelf. It's got a very good earthy smell, kind of a sweet smell there, and a faint barnyard and sweet hay aroma coming off the wrapper. So, again, I don't know where these come from. I don't know if I touched on that already. I think I did. Perdomo, AJ Fernandez, anybody's guess. But a $2 cigar, bought in the bundle, and I'm going to give this thing a cut and a light and come back and tell you what I think about it. Stay tuned. All right. Right from the light up, you are going to get a very peppery, earthy flavor. And that's really about it. Okay, it's and of course this ain't like it's my first time smoking. Like I said, I've already smoked 8 of these things. I gave a couple away, and I was very, very impressed with this cigar for being a bundle stick. And I'm not even going to rate it on that. Well, you get what you pay for, because I would not be here talking to you if I did not think this was a damn good cigar. Period. I don't care what I paid for it. I don't care if it was a 50-cent cigar. I could do 6 cigar reviews a day if I was just going to be like, well, it's decent for a $2 stick. All right, next. I'm just not going to do that. So I have tried them, especially when I was younger. I just could not afford to spend, $500, $1,000 a month on cigars. And the cigar prices, they ain't gotten any better. They've always been expensive. So, I tried with the, JR's does a lot for the working man's budget. Okay, he's got the alternatives. Now, they say alternative to the Cohiba Robusto. Let me tell you right now, it ain't gonna taste nothing like the Cohiba Robusto. It's gonna be about the same size. That's about the alternative there. But for a young man, didn't have a lot of money, they are decent cigars. I mean, the Consuegras are the same as these, except they come out of the same factory in Honduras that makes like the Hoya de Monterrey and the Punch, and that line of cigars. Now, the only thing with the bundle sticks that I will, even when I find a good one, most of the time the first one you light may be good, or the second one, but they're not consistent. Okay, you don't really know what you're getting, but you're getting a decent cigar if that's what you want. And the reason why I sway from them is I want consistency. I want, every time I light a cigar and I'm riding down the road or I'm sitting there, I want to enjoy it. I don't want to have that half-assed experience of, well, it's not bad for $2 cigar. If I can't smoke something good, I'd rather just not smoke it off. So anyway, getting into this thing. We're about 3 minutes into the first third here. Very good pepper on the retrohale. Okay, it's got a medium body finish. Ooh, still burning. It's got a medium body finish on the palate, and it's got an earthy core with a touch of leather there in the beginning. It's burning great. The draw is perfect. The density is perfect. I mean, there's not a soft spot. There's not a lump. I did the old inspection when I first got it, and I took one apart to make sure that it was a long fillered cigar. Maybe I should have done that on the review, huh? But anyway, it's perfect. I mean, it's burning perfect. It tastes good. I guarantee you, even from the start right here, if I were to take one of these bands that I have and wrap like a Enclave or a New World band, and that's what this tastes like to me. I was going to get into that later, but if I had to guess, it's about the same blend as a New World by AJ. But if I put the band on it and gave it to you, you would know the difference. Okay, and that's 9 out of 10 people. I'm sure there's one guy out there that does nothing but smoke that one cigar that can tell the difference. But damn good cigar. I'm gonna come back in the second third. Tell you what to think about it from there. Stay tuned. All right. Welcome back. We are in the second third, just coming up on the halfway mark, and there's no band to take off because it's a bundle stick, but smoking very good. About the only problem I'm having here is the ash is just a little, that's hard right there. Okay, so it's just, maybe I'm smoking it a little too fast, but burning really good. Perfect draw. Ton of smoke on every draw. So here in the second third, the flavors on these things, this is what I'm going to, about this cigar. I could pretty much sum up this cigar in the first third, but I'm going to go ahead and give you the second third, and probably not going to come back for the final because they don't really change. It's got a sweet, earthy core flavor to it. Okay, that would be I would say sweet earth and tobacco would be the mainstay for this cigar. For a guy that, again, that's not into the flavor nuances, not looking for it, doesn't taste them, just likes a good tobacco. It's a good mellow, okay, good mellow, earthy, sweet earthy tobacco cigar. It does have a nuance of a pretty good nuance of black coffee. Not anything special, just like a black coffee, like your grandma's Folgers black coffee. And it's got black pepper. The black pepper coats your mouth. It's got a slight oily finish. Got good black pepper on the retrohale. The retrohale, even here halfway through, it bites. And it's just an all-around good, decent cigar. Now, again, going back to the Overruns and what factory, it very, very much reminds me of an unbox pressed version of the New World. So if you like the New World, you're going to like this. I was not a big fan of the New World, even though it's in the $5-6 range. It's a budget friendly cigar. It's just one of the ones from AJ Fernandez that I was not a big fan of, so I typically don't buy it. But the flavors weren't so bad that I wouldn't pay $2 for it, if you get what I mean. So if I'm right, so there you go, very good. And again, just addressing, since I'm addressing budget cigars, which has been a request, so to speak. Also, storage and humidification has been another one that I get. That's usually the first thing I hear from people. It's like, hey, I just get into it. Before I get a humidor and spend money on it, what do I get? I mean, I have a humidor, okay? I've got a 100-count humidor. It ain't nothing special. And I like it. I like the smell of it. I like the way it looks. I like to rearrange my cigars in there. But budget-wise and just simply simplified, these acrylic airtight containers with a Boveda pack. You can't beat it. I mean, it just, you can store cigars in there. You just leave them in there. The Boveda pack does all the work for you. Being from the old school before Boveda packs, when I used to have to use like a cooler door, you had to go in every now and then and crack it, get some airflow in there because the humidification device wasn't kind of catching and releasing humidity like a Boveda pack. So these acrylic jars with a Boveda pack are great, and the Boveda pack lasts for months. I don't know. When they get a little dry, I toss them in water. I got some in reserve, so. I enjoy the cigar. Now, I typically will smoke this cigar if, say, that I've only got, it's, part of the day, and I've only got maybe 25, 30 minutes in the car, but I want to smoke something. I don't want to light up an expensive cigar because I'm going to have to put it out or let it sit on the side of my truck railing or outside in my ashtray at my home. I'll light one of these up because I don't really care if I let it get down to here and I set it out, it goes out, and I come back to it and maybe I smoke it, maybe I don't. I don't care. So it is good for that occasion there. And like I said, if you may, I think you're going to like this cigar. I really do. If you follow my reviews and you like my, my flavor profile, my palate, the things I like. And I tell you another hint, okay, or tip or just information on what I discovered is I typically will pair my cigars with Coca-Cola or black coffee, but I have discovered Dr. Pepper and cream soda all in one mix, and it pairs beautifully with this cigar in general, but it pairs beautiful with other cigars. So if you like Dr. Pepper and you like cream soda, you're going to love this. And I just think, Coke is my favorite, black coffee is my favorite, but that really, really does go good with a cigar. So I'm not going to come into the final third because I can tell you already the flavors stay consistent. It gets a little sweeter. Okay, it's starting to sweeten up a bit now. And that sweet tobacco, that sweet earthy corn tobacco just gets a little bit more rich. But the smoke and the black pepper stays. The smoke stays creamy like. It's almost got like a powdery texture. And there is a slight nuance of cocoa if you look for it. Okay, I didn't mention it because it's just one of those things that it kind of reminds me, but I don't really taste it. It just kind of gives me that in the retrohale. It just gives you a powdery cocoa powder nuance. So decent, very good. There was one other thing I wanted to add, and I don't know, maybe I'll come back in the final third because it slipped my mind. Stay tuned. All right. Final third. Like I said, the flavors stay roughly the same. About the only thing about these cigars that I will say, and you really will only ever hear me say this when I'm talking about a budget bundle stick, was age is just going to help these things. So if you want to buy 3 or 4 bundles of them, and sock them away and age them, you're not going to hurt yourself here. It does leave kind of a bite on the back of the tongue, which I associate with young. But overall, the tobaccos, I mean, the Maduro wrapper, it's very smooth, so it has an aged tobacco type quality to it already. But I just think that if I were to actually let them sit for about 6 months to a year, you know, next time you go out, you catch them on, you catch these things on sale sometimes for like $20-$30 a bundle. So that's a good deal to go ahead and grab like 4 bundles, let them age, and you're not going to go wrong. I think you're going to enjoy the cigar. Out of all the bundles, and I have tried just about every bundle stick out there, this is the one that I recommend. There is another, when you can get them on Cigars International, if you look at they're called Nicaraguan Ligero laced seconds, okay? And from what I can gather and what people have told me and what my research is, they're basically the cane oliva. So if you like the cane oliva, you will like the Nicaraguan Ligero laced seconds. But when you can get them, because they're on there for a little bit and they sell out and they don't come back for a while. So, but this is the JR's Nicaraguan Overrun. 54 by 5.5 inch, so it's a Robusto. It's Nicaraguan Puro, great construction, great burn, great smoke, and good flavor. Like I said, it's not very complex at all. You know, you get that sweet earth, you get that black coffee, you get that black pepper, you get a small hint of cocoa powder, and that's really about it. A good tobacco core, really good cigar. So, that's it. Cigar Sherpa, Laird Mayhew, reminding you to be polite to everybody that you meet, but always have a backup plan in case you got to shoot them in the face. And I'm out.